weekend treasure hunting. I like to go to the flea markets on the weekend and pick up collectibles for like next to nothing, because a lot of these people are just flippers. They take storage units and Goodwill and Salvation Army bulk buys, and they'll take them to the flea market and they'll part it all out. They'll sell it for anywhere between $1 to $20. Usually the ones that are just in to make tons of cash will just put everything out on tables and take $1 for anything. Usually there's some that are known for just selling everything for $1. Doesn't matter what it is. Then there are the ones who know what they have at times, and they will ask for a pretty good price on things, but sometimes it's still way better than eBay, so it's worth getting. Here's one of my super scores of the week. Pick this up, this cloth Justin Bieber bag, and inside I got this huge bag of vintage soldiers. They're actually German, World War II. It was $2. You can see they're fairly well detailed. I don't know if they're 60s era or they're modern Airfix. They look like they're pretty old. The quality looks too good on them. See, it doesn't look like the newer junk. So maybe it might be a Mark's Toy set. But I got like a ton of good figures. That was all $2. You'd probably have to pay $40 to $80 on eBay for some of these. They're actually pretty well detailed. Got some nice stances in there. I always love the chucking grenade stance that they have there. Here's another German. So not bad for $2. I couldn't believe the guy let it go for that. Sometimes I'll pick up these dolls. It was only $1. Another $1. My daughters play with them a little, but they're just cool to have. For that price, you can't leave them. Hold on, baby. Sometimes I'll pick up stuff like this. They'll be in a pile. Some other day you might find another piece for it. I think this one was in a $1 pile. So I got the Rebels Ghost partially complete. I got another one fully complete for like $5. I couldn't believe it. It's pretty cool. Don't know what this is, but it was $2. It looks fairly well detailed. Sometimes I'll pick things up just because it looks cool. Can't say no. My wife liked this one. He's pretty cool looking. He looks kind of like a gunslinger. That came in a pile of stuff, so roughly he was probably $1 also. Maybe less. This large plastic scorpion. I have a bunch of it looks like it might be Imperial vintage. I have a bunch of fantasy creatures, and I think it's the Safari brand. They're real expensive, but this would probably go along well with them, with a Medusa or something. These little boogers pop up. You'll see them in the art stores, and they're like $20, I think. I pick them up for $1 sometimes at the flea market because they don't know what they are. Anytime I see some of the harder rubber PVC style, I'll pick them up. I love rhinos. I don't think I had this stance. I have several others, but I'll have to break out a box of nothing but rhinos one day. You can see the detail is pretty good on these things. And this one says 1998. So it's the quality on some of these is really good. Big Turtle, also one of the high quality Chinese rubber. I have a whole series of dinosaurs. I keep finding them, and I pick them up every time I see them. They're real heavy. This one says tortoise, and it says CE. But the dinosaur ones are amazing. I'll have to do a video on nothing but dinosaurs. I find these often, and for $1 or $2, I can't let them go. They're like from 85. I think they're the Imperial. These could just get washed and the dirt will come right off. They'll probably look brand new. Or throw them in boil them in water. Take all that dirt off. Yeah, they look great. Great for dioramas. And I think this is Pumpkinhead. I got him for $2. I couldn't leave him. He's pretty ugly. Figured I could display him with some of the superheroes, like some of my superpowers team that I have collected. That's pretty cool. And I come across these often. People don't know what they are, and I'll pick them up. If I find them for $2, 2 to 4, I'll take them all day. This one was $3. The other day I found a pair for $2 each, and you can spray them and put them on eBay and sell them as props for cosplay. But I have a couple of. I keep some for myself too. I like them. They're cool looking. There's stuff I don't want to sell. Came across these. I think this pile was a little more expensive, but I knew what it was. This is made in Hong Kong. It actually still works. It's a wind-up toy. And these are the era 70s and 80s processed plastic soldiers that I grew up with. The Vietnam era ones. They are very. You can see the quality's way better than the ones that they're currently making. And they've knocked them off, but they don't look as good as these. The plastic is just so much better. The stance, everything. But hey, time moves on, and people always ask a grip for these. They want a lot of money. So when I was able to get this small pile for $4, I think it was, with that cool wind-up tank, I just had to take it. And another pile. This one also came out to like $1. I don't know what that is. My daughter's little toy. Threw it in there because it was on the ground. And this one it looks like they're the same era, but they look a little different. Maybe it's another series run, but they look similar. They have decent quality. Another thing I like to do, aquarium pieces are great for diorama building. Like this looks good with little Ewoks and stormtroopers, or a biker scouts. So I bought this one. I think it was like $2 or $1. It was in a pile of stuff. There's a family that sells that. I think they liquidate estate sales or something, but they sell everything for $1, and then the occasional thing is like $5 to $10, but it's usually worth every penny. Here's a stegosaur I got for like $1, and it was kind of ugly, so I sprayed it with some automotive paint. It actually looks like the way they would look when they came out of the stores in the 80s and 90s. They're just so much better colors. You know, I don't know, little kid stuff. These are really, really cool to collect, and you can set them up with your toy soldiers and cowboys and Indians. I forget what this guy's from. I think he might be from the X-Files, but he was too cool to pass up. Sometimes I'll grab things just because they're so cheap. I'm talking, if you get these for 50 cents to $1, somebody at one time probably paid $9 to $20 for this toy new. So some of it's still worth that much, but since I'm not really trying to flip it or anything, I'm getting it just for sheer enjoyment. It's cool stuff. I let my kids play with this stuff and they enjoy them. Here's another good find. These are actually, I think they're Target reproductions of some 80s, 90s dinosaurs. They're very well done. At Target, I think they were like $9.99. But I pick them up at the flea market sometimes for $1. But these are just awesome representation of the plastic dinos. If you like the content of my channel, like and subscribe.